Mongoloid Mike was a little boy. I stole his bike, and his mom was a dyke. I am underneath the clothes. I am blowing my fucking nose in the basement. I'm doing too much blow, and I don't give a fuck if your shoes glow, because I am licking on an asshole tonight. Licking on an asshole tonight. Licking on an asshole tonight. Yeah, it tastes like pennies. I don't give a fuck. Don't let me catch you at the dive bar, Lenny's now. Bam.
I'm officially hogless.
I know. I heard the news today, man. So, what is what do you mean by hogless? Like, did you cut your boy off or something?
I'm no longer a hoss, man.
Damn, what happened? What happened to the hoss or the hog? Where'd it go?
Sold it.
Sold it to a pretty little girl, huh?
Oh, Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm blowing up your spot. No, hold on. So why did you so you sold the bike.
Yeah.
So you're no longer a motorcyclist anymore. You're not. You got to trade it in colors.
Still no. Yeah. They gotta burn all the tattoos off my back.
It's gonna hurt. Cauterize the cup, baby. But you know what's gonna happen in the long run? You're a rich man now, dude.
Finally, 1,000 there.
What's it feel like to have like some cash in your pocket sometimes?
Jeffrey Bezos.
You're like a Jeffrey Bezos kind of guy. You're walking around like, what's her name?
Jeffrey.
What's his wife's name?
Bezos.
What's his ex-wife's name? She just divorced another dude already.
I think it's Meredith. If I
what a name.
something
What a
Mackenzie.
guy.
It starts with
like
an M.
M words. You know what I mean? Like, shit, dude. I already started off with the blunder. So she divorced him, but like she still got all that money. So you're like, I wouldn't say you're Jeff Bezos. You're like Meredith Brooks or whatever her name is. Isn't that like a singer? Isn't that the girl that says, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a turn, I'm a burner,
I'm a brother. Well, I'm no longer a brother.
You're no more of a brother.
I can't say let's ride no more.
No, you can't. But you know what's even better than that? Not having a bike.
Yeah,
dude.
Like,
To be honest,
having money again is tight, dude.
Dude, you gotta trim the fat sometimes, man. In life, you know, sometimes things slow you down. But you know what? You got your fun out of it, right? I mean,
yeah, I got my fun out of it. I've got a new skill. You know what I mean? Like I can always ride a motorcycle.
That's actually pretty cool.
I'll definitely get another one eventually.
If and don't they have like an app where you can like rent a bike for like a weekend and be like, you know what? I am going to go for a fucking bike ride this weekend.
That reminds me, I need to take all my listings down because I was renting it out.
That's smart. I mean, dude, if you're not using it all the time, that's tight. But now you're welcome. But that's tight.
Thank you.
So now you have that off your chest a little bit. Now, like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to use for fun now? You just sell all your guitars and maybe...
the V is sold.
You sold the V too?
Sold the V. I'm selling everything.
Liquidation sales.
Downsizing.
Minimalism is very psychedelic, dude.
Look around, dude. It's clutter. My life is clutter.
We got a fucking VHS player in here for whatever reason.
We have a DVD. No, that's not a
laser
DVD
disc.
Player. It's a
it's like a CD duplicator, right? Or
no, it's like a mastering deck. So you can like print master CDs to that. I need to get rid of that. So if anyone out there wants an Alesis X3, what's that say? Hit me up.
It's a good product. Yeah, we're selling everything, dude. We're selling everything. We're gonna sell the microphone stands that aren't worth anything.
Yeah,
everything.
I'm sick of it all because it's all used.
I need new shit, man.
And like falling apart.
Yeah.
And like broken. So when all you own is secondhand or even third or fourth hand shit, it's tight upon the initial purchase because it's cheap. You know what I mean? Leaving the wallet, but then you start using it and you're like, fuck this thing, dude.
I hear you, man. Yeah.
So buy it from us so you can experience the same exact frustration that We do.
If you're looking for a mediocre thing, and you're questioning yourself, should I pull the trigger? Should I buy it from Tyler? Not only should you buy it from Tyler, but what you're going to do is you're going to own something that was owned by somebody before Tyler.
Yes.
There's like, this is generational wealth, dude. this is old money, dude. So this is how it works. So it just trickles down. It's kind of like it's like a upside down triangle.
It's reverse pyramid
It's reverse pyramid schemes, dude.
Nice.
The bottom feeders get laid.
Well, that's what I've been doing with tackle.
What's tackle, dude?
Like fishing tackle.
Oh, I thought you were using this app. Because there's an app called Tackle that where you just call people and they like tackle the whatever like to-do list you have. Like you'd be like, oh, I need to build this fucking like IKEA bench.
You know, that's kind of
You can like rent a dude that will come out and just do it for like $30.
I think Rent a Dude is a better
Rent a dude
is a better name than Tackle. Rent a Dude as an app. We're just like
what's gonna happen is it's gonna turn into sex trafficking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a lot of dudes that were not trying to be gay and then just bang another dude. It's gonna get messy, dude, real quick. Well,
I like Rent a Dude, but no, all my fishing tackle has been purchased off of eBay, and I keep getting packages from like Meredith's and Barbara's and Lida's,
Ethel's,
like old
ladies.
And Lorenz is like, who the fuck is Meredith? Who's Myrtle?
Yeah,
Like, why do you keep getting all these packages from these old women? And I open it up, and it's the fishing tackle that I've purchased off of eBay for pennies on the dollar.
Right.
And it's like full tackle boxes, like just tied, chatterbaits, like blood still on hooks. And Lorenzo was like, that's what it's called. It's called chatterbait, dude. It's fucking tight.
I know. I've seen it on
I love
Pornhub.
that website as well.
Yeah.
And they catch mad fish. But so she brought it to my attention. She was like, dude, you're buying tackle of people that have passed away, and these are their widows that are like getting rid of it. And I told you about that, and that's where you were like, dude, Dead Man's Tackle.
Dead Man's Tackle,
which is super tight. So I'm telling you, I get these fucking tackle boxes for $25-$30, fully stocked, fully loaded. With if I bought everything individually, like some of these lures are like $15-$20 a piece. So I could potentially open my own eBay store and sell them individually and call Dead Man's Tackle and fucking rake it in.
Brilliant market. And see, here's the thing. Here's the problem with me, man. I only come up with cool names.
I know.
I can't execute on them. I just like, this is the name of whatever we're going to do.
Hey, the one thing that takes off, 10% for life, dude.
I love that for me.
just for the name, dude.
You got to buy the name rights, but yeah, I'll rent it to you. It's like Hollywood Video again, baby girl. But that's tight. So you're buying Dead Man's Tackle, right? So
Yeah.
So you basically have a fuckload of rusty hooks. Have you gotten a tetanus shot in the last 10 years?
No, but I did cut myself yesterday.
You gotta be careful,
I
Bob.
caught a couple monsters. Oh, it's already healed.
A couple monsters, dude. You've been catching 3-inch perch.
No.
You've been catching the same fish for 6 weeks.
It's popping up on the screen right now. Yesterday, I caught some fucking
Photoshop.
monster perch.
I'm calling Photoshop.
PB. It's my personal best, dude.
You're telling me? Okay, let's do any of these tackle boxes that you've been buying have rulers on them?
No.
How you're not measuring these fish? I need to know the weight and size. I don't give a shit anymore.
It would be
I need you to take it.
ridiculous to weigh a perch.
I want to know how much it weighs.
Yesterday, maybe the biggest one, maybe 1 pound, which is a monster perch.
Where have you been fishing?
Where?
Yeah.
I found a spot, dude. So there's an app. It's called Fish Brain.
That's tight.
And like,
apps are tight,
dude. It's like you have to like pay for it. It's like $17 a month. I got the free version because you know me. So like I'm like skirting by. I'm like I'll figure it. I'll read between the lines because you don't get like actual catch positions, but it shows you all these spots on like a Google Maps-esque type deal.
Right.
And so I'll just go to these spots around my house in Annapolis, throw out a couple casts. If I don't catch anything in an hour, I'm like, this spot's bunk. But every single spot I've been to, within that hour, even if it's like the last 5 minutes, I'm like, just one more cast. Bam, dude.
And you catch it.
And I'm like, there's fish here, so now I know. So
fish
then I'll head it back. Yeah. No, it's fucking tight.
That is tight. Dude, let me just tell you something. I'm so stoked that you're a fisherman now. Like, that's a cool hobby to have.
Well, so that's for the record. The first time I went fishing, I was maybe 4 years old. And then I fished almost every day from 4 to 11.
Okay.
So that's years of fishing. That's my entire adolescence of fishing.
Yeah.
And then, you become a teenager.
Yeah.
You start finding other things.
You find your penis.
You find your penis and you start baiting.
Yeah, you're like, I know how to bait a hook, boy.
Yeah, you do that, and then you the path I took, you went into bands, you went into music, so you start playing music, and you just kind of forget about that, and then your 20s happen, and you're like, I'm just getting drunk. And I'm banging. So you're getting drunk and you're banging, and then all of a sudden, 10 years after that, your dad's like, hey, bud, it's time to go fishing again. And you're like, okay. And you go offshore, you catch fucking 500,000 pounds of tuna, and then you're like, oh, I remember being a boy again, and I need like a hobby that can pass the time and is also super fun. And, if everything goes to shit, I'm eating, baby. I'm eating radioactive fish, but I'm eating.
Let me tell you, like, that is a brilliant thing. That is such a fucking cool thing to do. What's the saying? Teach a man to fish, feed him for 1,000,000 years. Teach a fish to get hooked. It's not as smart as me, man. I don't know.
Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. That's the saying.
A lifetime of fish.
Jesus Christ right there, dude.
Jesus Cristo, that boy was a wildcat. He never fished. He cheated. He was netting, dude. He's a fucking cheater, dude.
I mean, you could turn water into wine. I don't think you need to do much after that. If you had a boy, you are Jesus. 'Cause you just like show up with beautiful Gansons.
Well, that's what I try. I spread the word. The
you
love.
turn not having beer into beer. So you are.
I have
in
beer.
a way.
I can make beer happen at any point.
Christ, you are.
Yeah, I'm.
You got the beard.
Yeah.
If you had my hair with your beard, we're between the two of us, and we were like from the Middle East and like brown, we'd be Jesus.
I'd be fat Jesus.
You're gluttonous Jesus.
I'm fat Jesus, dude. I love fat Jesus.
Dude, just gluttonous Jesus is tight. That's like a weird.
Gluttonous Jesus. That might be a really good stoner band name.
Gluttonous Jesus. Stone.
You're welcome, people.
Yeah. You guys can have
Stone
that
one.
Boys.
That's
fine. Gluttonous Jesus.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
a funny
it'd
image.
It'd be kind of cool to like. Yeah, I want to see like this big boy with like a gut hanging out. You know what I'm talking about? Like his guts hanging out. It's like got a little hairy on it.
Yeah, it would be basically American Jesus with like the religious right.
American Jesus.
Yeah, it would be like the quintessential.
It
would be the quintessential picture of what white Christian America thinks Jesus is.
Yeah. Imagine what Kid Rock thinks Jesus looks like, and that's exactly what Jesus.
It looks like
is.
him.
He looks like
if Kid Rock's by, Jesus Christ looks like Kid Rock.
I think what is his real name? Is it Kid Rock? I wonder what his real name is. Probably like Stewart.
Dude, I have no clue. If we had, dude,
we never have any internet anymore.
I forgot to hit up Dink because he finally got back.
Sorry, Dink.
Yeah, and he was like, yo, like, you guys need a producer.
Oh, he hit me up too. I just didn't respond because I was like, I'm getting fished right now because I was like, how long is this?
Oh, because he's had like 12 accounts because he keeps getting hacked?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, stop making fucking different goddamn Facebooks or whatever, IGs.
Well, Lorenzo was like, why is Dink following me again? And I was like, oh, it's his new Instagram account.
5 Instagram accounts.
Yeah,
dude.
hey, everyone out there on the interwebs, don't fall for the $10,000 in your account immediately prank, dude.
Yeah.
It never works, dude. As a boy that's gotten scammed thousands of times, that's one that no one can hold on me because at least I get scammed in real life. On the internet, I'm a sleuth, dude. I fucking know where the scams are coming from. I don't do that shit. In real life, if you offer me a projector in a parking lot, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Well, you already did that.
Yeah, I'm definitely buying it, dude. Like,
yeah.
But on the internet, fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
I am a keyboard warrior. I hide behind that screen. I will destroy you.
Okay. Relax. I need you to take it down.
Nah, dude, I'm pumped up, dude.
I'm pumped on you being pumped right now, but like, I'm fat Jesus, and I want you to chill.
Man.
No, but seriously, it's very tight. I'm stoked on your fishing stories. So here's the dagger. You haven't let me come fishing yet. I have fishing poles.
You got tackle?
I got tackle. I gotta go to my parents' house and get it.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you sure? Because that's what I thought.
I'll just have to buy some tackle.
Well,
I'll just steal some dead man's
Dead
tackle.
Man's Tackle, dude. Hit me up, bro.
I'll buy some tackle from you. Seriously.
No, I like all of the shit I have. It's
All right,
tight.
well, like I'm gonna, you know what my goal is now. I'm gonna be the guy that just outbids you on fucking. I'm gonna pay top dollar. I'm gonna turn Dead Man's Tackle like on fucking eBay into the housing market where I'm just paying like 12-fold over fucking asking price. I'm like they're like 45.
It's like $30 and you're
$30
like
bucks.
$1,000.
I'll give you $10,000 right now, just so I have it all. And then you're gonna be like, bro, no. I'm cornering the market, boys.
You just recently had your second honeymoon.
This was okay. That's why I was like kind of zen. So here's the thing, man. It's not really the second honeymoon when it's your first honeymoon. I went to Austin right after the wedding.
Yeah.
And that was just to get away from all the hustle and bustle.
So some would call that a honeymoon. You're calling it just getting away right after you got married.
Yeah,
I dig it, dude. I'm here for it,
I'm more
bro.
of a. I'm more like, to be honest with you, I live my life double or nothing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I went on 2 honeymoons. How tight is that? Not many people can say that. And yeah, so the wife and I, aka Kara, just got back I guess it was like 2 weeks ago now, maybe. From a beautiful, most relaxing, most eye-opening fucking vacation honeymoon of my entire existence. This, like, just going, like,
Where?
so let me just tell you how it happened.
Yeah.
We went to this beautiful island off the coast of España to some, called Mallorca. And we stayed in a town called Palencia, which is an ancient, like, Roman town. So it's like, this fucking town is like, fuck you old. Like it's like Roman shit. Like it's like fucking AD shit or BC
It's
shit.
where they
Yeah.
killed Jesus.
Yeah, Fat Jesus rips. But it was a long flight, man. I'll tell you that. I was like leading up to it. Kara was obsessed with going to Spain. It's been a thing forever with her. And she kind of got me really piqued and interested because for the years that we've been dating, we're going on almost 8 years, by the way. That's fucking crazy. She's always talked about going to Spain, and we just obviously it's cost some money to do, and we just couldn't do it. So we've been saving and saving and saving to do it, and we finally it just worked out with the wedding and all that kind of stuff, and we finally got to go. But the biggest thing, I was I didn't want to do the flight. I get so nervous about flying.
Yeah, dude. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
But when I fly, I need 2 Xanax,
Yeah.
a couple hard liquor drinks, and then the entire first day of wherever I'm flying to is just a complete blackout, and then I'm back into
Yeah,
it. But
yeah.
that's how I fly.
Yeah. So, and I'm I let her. She was really excited. So she took the reins and booked everything. She was our travel agent. She got us across the world, and it was super stressful. Just because we flew out of Dulles, so we drove from Baltimore, which Dulles is in Virginia. I had no idea. It was almost a 2-hour drive just to get there, and our flight was not until 10:30 at night. So I was stoked on that because I was like, you know what, that means I'll just sleep. You know what I mean? I'll just go to bed. I'll be tired. So we get to Dulles, go through the whole bullshit, get all the rigmarole done, get through to the gate, and we're waiting. And I went on this plane. It was on a United flight, and it is the biggest airplane I've ever seen in my life. It was the big boy with the double decker. It goes upstairs too.
Oh, wow.
It was a boy.
Airbus.
An Airbus. I was on an Airbus. And so it's super wide, and they serve you legitimate meals and shit. So I'm looking at my tickets, and I'm looking at the seat chart because that's the biggest thing. I was like, where am I fucking sitting? I had a fucking window seat, dude. And the flight just from Dulles to get to Europe, we had to fly into Frankfurt, Germany. It was an 8.5-hour flight.
And that's just the first part.
That's
of
just
your
the first
journey.
flight. Yeah. So then I'm already 2 hours in. You know what I mean? So I'm already 2 hours in with the drive to the airport. So then I'm looking at Kara. I'm like, fuck, you got us window seat. We're in economy class too. I'm sitting like this against the window.
I was like, what's wrong with the window seat? That's what
dude,
I want, dude.
And I was like, Kara, why didn't we get like the aisle middle combo kind of thing,
Size
whatever.
differentials.
So like we're sitting like this, and I'm in the middle of the seat, like I'm at the window, and I'm like, what happens if I have to piss? Like I have to get up and I have to like
Make
wake
a whole
up
scene
Kara.
about it.
Then there's another dude that doesn't speak any English on the end in the aisle, and he was like immediately was just like, I was like fuck. I panicked, so I was like, I'm not drinking anything on this flight. I'm not even gonna drink water, because I was like, I don't want to have to get up and piss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there. I'm like fuck. So we get up, we get in the air. When you're on one of those planes, you're flying so fucking high. And you don't feel anything. It just feels like you're just sitting. You're just like, this is boring.
Where's the turbulence?
So like, that's what I was wondering. I was like, dude, where are we gonna do some tight shit?
To me, that sounds amazing.
It was very chill. But then like I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to sleep. And then I had this neck pillow thing that we got, and I didn't. Long story short, I didn't sleep a fucking wink, and I stayed up all fucking night. And we got to like, and they're 6 hours ahead, so it was like a whole mind fuck when we landed, because we got there at like noon, and I was like, it's supposed to be like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's noon. What the fuck? We land, and then we go through Germany. We land in Germany, which was tight. There's this Frankfurt airport is fucking enormous. It took us an hour to get to the other gate. Yeah. So we get there, and we're fucking walking around, and then I'm like, all right, we got like a 3-hour layover. So I'm like, fuck, all right. Just walked around a little bit, like exchanged our money into euros, which was pretty much 1 for 1. So like we
That's right. You got there as soon as the euro dipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like right where we were at. Like
tight.
it was like
Kinda works out.
It was kind of tight.
Yeah.
So anyways, we like go through there, and then we like finally get a flight. And then it was a 2-hour flight to Mallorca, and we're on another flight, which wasn't bad. We actually I got an aisle seat on that one. It was sick. But it was like a quick 2-hour flight, and then we land in this beautiful country. We're in Spain, but we're in Mallorca, so it's like right in the Mediterranean Sea. And I had no idea. This island was fucking huge, dude. Like it was like way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. So we get off the plane, and like there was like this whole thing about like this COVID thing, like all these steps that you were supposed to go through and like check in and do all this stuff and like we didn't find that. We just dipped and got in we had like a taxi waiting for us. It was another hour in this car drive out to our spot, and it was a villa. We had this mansion, like a straight up mansion to ourselves. And there was like a grocery store next to us. It was a Lidl. And we're sitting there, we get home, we settled, and I was like, all right, I need to go get beer. Like, it was like, it was a long flight. I'm like, I need to fucking let loose. So we go over to the Lidl, walk over there and walk in, and we're like, oh shit, like, where do you buy booze? They just have liquor, beer, wine, and then like all the food you want. Like grocery store, but it has everything in there. Like everything is in that one spot. So I was tight. I was like walking in, and then we were like, all right, well, let's get some wine. Kara's like freaking the fuck out. She's like, oh my god, this is wine. And she's like pulling all this wine off the fucking shelf, and I'm like, what's going on? I was like, that's gonna be expensive. Like I was like, well, we can come back. She's like, no, we gotta get all this. So I'm looking, and she's like, it's $2 for all this wine. It's like the same wine that you have here, like the same Spanish wine. It's like $30 here for a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
it was literally $2 a bottle there. So we're just like looking. I'm like, dude, this is tight. And then I was like, I walk over to the beer section. Dude, I bought like a 24 pack of like Estrella Galicias, which is like their lager beer. It's delicious. For fucking $7, dude. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting hammered.
That's
dude.
retired.
That's what I'm saying. What I mean. And then all the food, like Iberico, like jamon, it was like $4 for like a charcuterie plate of it.
Which is here it's like 100 plus
an ounce.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. And I'm like, it's just free there, dude. And it's like all the food and everything was so cheap. We get to our place, and then we finally like, get back and settle. And we realize that we have a whole pool. We have this beautiful like a below ground or whatever, like in-ground pool, sorry.
Oh, just a pool for all the poor out there.
Yeah, the poor people. The fucking this shit
usually
was
don't have to
not above ground. This shit was it was subterranean, dude. There was a fucking waterfall in it. And as soon as we got there, I look at Karen and I go, babe, I'm not getting out of this pool. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, I'm deadly serious. And I jumped right in that pool, smashing wine, fucking smashing beers, eating like charcuterie, and just chilling. But dude, that fucking trip was insane. Like, just everything there, like, it was such a culture shock because it's like everything's just chill. Like, I've never been so relaxed in my life. It literally taught me how to, like, you go to the restaurant, you seat yourself out there, like, you know, it's not a rushed thing.
There's
like,
no hustle.
There's nobody like running up to you right away and saying like, "What do you guys want?" And you're like, "I just sat down. Like, can you give me a minute? Like, can I look at the menu?"
That's tight.
They come over to you when you're ready. They give you your menu. They give you some time. They come over and you get a drink. You know, all that kind of shit. But like, if you want a quick service, if you're looking for that, it doesn't exist. And then
there's no need for it.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
When you go out to dinner or lunch, it's like a 2-hour ordeal. Like, and it's like not a big deal because like everyone's like, you go there, you literally get a meal, you get drinks, you get after drinks, you get like a little nosh, maybe some dessert, and then like you always get coffee. Like everyone's getting like espresso or something like that at the end. So you're sitting there all day, and then you know you go to settle up. They give you the check. They bring a credit card thing out to you, so they don't like take your card and go run it and come back and give you the thing and all that shit. What it says on the ticket is what you pay. There's no tipping involved. Like you don't. It's like there's like a 10% gratuity at it, and that's like good tips for them, because they get paid a livable wage.
Yeah, like you should.
So you know, and it's like it was so wild to watch, and then like we would get like a huge meal, dude. Like something that like you know how you and Lorenzo go out. You go out and have a good dinner with drinks and everything. It's like $150. We did that. And every time it was like we couldn't spend more than $60 on food.
That's the way it should be.
And it was like we were getting after it. Like we're having like cocktails, not just beer. We're like making like gin and tonics, like really good cocktails and like dessert and just tapas and bottles of wine. And like they just give you bread and olives wherever you go. And the olives are out of this world. Yeah. The bread is delicious. And like everything is just so chill. Like all these people are just like walking around just like smoking cigarettes and just
like,
hanging out.
Fuck it.
It's exactly. You know what's bonkers? It's quiet. Like it's just quiet. It's not. When you go to a restaurant, you hear a lot of chatter. Like the restaurant's loud. You hear like plates being like ting 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 ting. You hear the cooking. You hear all the fucking rigmarole in the back, and then people are having like loud conversations, and like carrying on. There, it's just like everyone's eating and just quiet, and then we and Karen were like looking at each other like dude, are we supposed to talk to each other? Yeah. So you just talk to one another. You're not like screaming across the bar like, hey, give me a fucking drink. It's like everyone was so relaxed, and I was like, this is zen as fuck, dude.
It sounds awesome, man.
And then like we swam in the Mediterranean Sea, which was like the most psychedelic thing. It's like swimming in bathwater. It's such a like, it's like pretty hot there. And the water's kind of warm, but it's like the most refreshing water. Like, you know, you don't have to get used to it. You just get in. And it's such a salty body of water that, like, you do not have to even try to float. Your body just is buoyant.
Oh, yeah.
So you can be in, like, 7 foot of water, and you don't even have to, like, you know how you have to tread water? You literally can just sit there, and you're like a fucking bobber.
So even swimming in the ocean is chill. Like, you don't have to, like, fight to, like, stay alive. You know what I mean?
It's so chill. And the best part is, these Spanish women are all topless at these beaches.
Lots of tits.
And it's the people that you want to see naked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like beautiful women.
It's not Ocean City's finest.
Yeah,
it's beautiful
it's Spanish women or German women, because it's very so.
It's Europe.
It's Europe. People go that's where that's their Ocean City or something like that. You know what I mean? Or like their Florida or whatever it is, like their destination.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of German influence there. And then there's a lot of English, like London, whatever the fuck. The UK.
Yes.
That's probably what is better. I don't know, man. I'm ignorant. I'm from America. But it was the most eye-opening experience. And the craziest thing is like, I was so nervous about not having known a lot of Spanish or anything like that. So, but like it was funny how it like came back to me. So, because like you're there and you just have to learn. And you're like, oh, that's right. This is how you ask for that. And this is how you do that. It was like riding a bike. So it was like, kind of ebbing and flowing. I was like, okay, I remember this. And then like everyone kind of spoke a little bit of English, but there was certain times where I was like kind of freaking out because it was like, and we were there and might have been the only Americans there. Like,
how like tall were you compared to like everybody else?
Actually, not. I was probably average height. I was like,
Really?
as in mass though, like Fat Jesus.
Size, yeah.
I was like the biggest dude in the town.
Biggest dude in Spain, bro.
Biggest dude in Spain,
That's
dude.
tight.
I was the king. I was the king of Spain.
Hey man, sometimes you just gotta be the king.
Yeah, but it was psychedelic, dude. And then just the scenery. There's geckos everywhere. Like just like the wildlife. Everything's like so relaxing and like. And the bus service, like you take the bus, like the public bus.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to travel. It's super fucking clean. There's no one like just snot nose. Everyone is on there. It's like it's not like people think it's like lowbrow, or you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean. Like here, like we think of like public transportation as like, oh, you're a poor person
because there's no infrastructure for
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right.
If there was, it'd be fucking sick.
The buses, like they come if they're a little bit late. The bus driver apologizes when they show up. Like, I'm so sorry. There was like, and I'm like, dude, it's all gravy, baby. Just get me on this bus. Let's go to swimming in
Now,
the train.
question: do they drive fast?
Barrel ass.
Yes, that's how it is in Mexico.
Barrel
they fucking
ass. And they barrel ass on these little tiny roads with the big ass bus, and they're just whipping through it. And I'm just like, slalom.
Plan, dude. We get our CDLs. We don't drive fucking big rigs in America. We just go drive buses into España, and we just whip, dude. We
Just barrel ass.
like the crazy Americans.
Yeah,
We're
these lunatics. Dude, the most incredible time ever, man. Like you just experiencing it like in all its glory.
banging in Spain.
Banging in Spain was tight.
I
It was
bet,
so
dude.
tight. I was like speaking all kinds of Spanish. That's how I say it. Yeah. It was so psychedelic, dude. And like just like I said, it was basically free to eat and drink. And the best part about it was like just being, and it's like walking, like it was like an active thing too. Like we were like look forward to walk, like the town that we wanted to go to, Palencia. We were like on the outskirts of it. It was like a mile walk into the town, but it was like this beautiful walk. You're like we walked by like the I guess like a Park Plaza or something like that, like the strip mall. At night, it was like 12 o'clock at night, and I was like kind of freaking out. I was like, because I'm used to living in Baltimore. I'm like, oh, we're walking. I'm like looking over my shoulder, like freaking out, like
looking at your clock.
like I was like, what the fuck? We gotta like get home. There's no homeless people. There's zero homeless people, and the streets in the city are, you can eat off of them. It was the cleanest place I've ever seen. No one was like throwing like cigarette butts on the ground. Like everyone was super conscious of just like throwing shit out.
Yeah.
I was like, in America, they just like eat wrapper or like McDonald's. It's on the ground.
Well, you know, you got to think of. So Spain's been around for
forever.
They're
like
at least 2,000 years.
Yeah.
The United States is baby country, like 2, 3, maybe 4, no, 300.
It's like 300 some years old.
And there's
1776.
There's something to be said for like the government taking care of its people.
The old world.
Well, the old world, but like just the fact that like the government there probably does a better job at taking care of its lowest common denominator than the United States does, and you get to experience something like that.
Yeah.
And be like, why can't we do this in the most powerful country in the world?
And
not to make it political or anything, but it's just like
it's
it probably is very eye opening.
we did say that. We mentioned it. I like randomly was like telling Kara, I was like, living in America, they like you're taught that like everywhere, every other country is like a shithole, or just like you have no rights.
Shithole country.
Yeah, it's like you have no rights. You're controlled by the government. You have no rights outside of the United States. Like if you go to Canada, you're a fucking, like, I don't know, you're just like an expatriate or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh yeah, they don't have rights there. I'm like, what rights do we have here?
Yeah.
And then I look at Kara at one point. I literally brought this up to her, and I was like, babe, like, you can do everything we do back home here the same. Like there's no, I was like maybe you can't own a gun. I don't know if you can.
Yeah,
or
you
not.
probably definitely can.
But I was like,
you're just
I
paying.
don't need one.
You're paying more in taxes that benefit the betterment of your surroundings.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter at that point because everything is tight.
Everything was so clean, dude.
Yeah.
Like that, I can't stress that enough. Like even like the trash cans, like the dumpsters, they were just clean.
Yeah.
It just, and they had like you said, there's people that were just like sweeping up, like tending to their yard, doing shit, and you're just like, these people just appreciate everything they have. It was like so eye opening, and just like looking at these old ass buildings, and I'm just like, dude, this is where it all began. And then like I remember like got hammered, and I sat out and I was like, I'm going out to the ocean. I'm swimming in this sea, and I just laid him on my back, and like I said, it's so salty that your body is just on top of the water. It's like really psychedelic. And you just sit there, and then you just like stand down, and then like the fucking like it's white sand out there when you're swimming, crystal clear. You can see all these little fishies swimming around. It was funny. I was like, I'm looking at these little fishies, and I was like, I just ate a bunch of you, like because they had anchovies, anchovies and sardines and shit. And I was like, I just ate all you boys.
Eating bait, dude.
Just bait fish, dude. Bait fish tastes good. It tastes good, man. I know why fish eat it, dude.
Can you give me
a
lager?
Fish? Yeah, a regular lager. But yeah, dude, it was the most psychedelic trip. And then coming back, when we flew back, I had the middle seat for 8.5 hours. But I did watch the fucking, what is it called? That movie, the Nicolas Cage movie, the new one with him, that he plays himself.
It's like the tremendous weight of unbearable talent.
Yes, it's something like that. It's very similar to that. It is hilarious. It's like a fucking awesome movie. It's really good.
I need to see. I love Nick Cage. You know that. You know I'm a big Nick Cage guy. Which shout out to the Chardonnay boys. They went viral on TikTok for their song Nick Cage to some dude like hula hooping a fucking basketball shot with a pillow of Nick Cage's face that like one side's gold. You wipe your hand on it, then the other side is Nick Cage's face. What we got here? A little fucking
yeah. But yeah,
retro boy.
A little retro Gansett, dude. Lager. So yeah. That trip was like, it was the most relaxing trip I've ever had. We were there for a total of like, I think it was like 8 days. And it was like the perfect time to be there. And then like once we got home, I remember landing and like getting in the car and then just driving. And I was just like, I fucking hate this place. Like when I got home, I was like, dude, everything sucked. And I was like, I got to pay full price for beer now. You know what I mean? Well, actually I don't. No. Shout out to, because of Good Life. Yeah. But you know what I mean? I'm just like, everything, I'm just like, all these, I just was like, fuck, this sucks. I came home and I'm like, this sucks.
Fuck the United States, man, I'm out. I'm just kidding to all my Patriots out there, dude.
I recommend going, like if you can, like any way, shape, or form, go to Europe. It's fucking tight. It's really cool. But no, seriously, it was tight. It was tight. But the other dagger is like, now that you're hogless and now you've been fishing a lot, I've been to Spain. Like, what the fuck else have you been doing?
Well, it's not Spain.
Yeah.
But it is Princeton, New Jersey, which is where I went. And
Jersey Redemption story?
Big time.
Let's talk.
I'm not going to say I'm a big Jersey guy, but all the boys were definitely, the whole weekend, just going big Princeton guys. Big Princeton guys.
Yeah.
Because Princeton, New Jersey is fucking gorgeous.
Well, yeah, it's like an Ivy League school, too.
That as well. We went to the campus, walked around.
That's tight.
So we go to Princeton, New Jersey for the homies Scott and Kate's wedding.
Uh-huh.
And, like, Annapolis showed up in full force. There was probably, like, 20 people from Annapolis at this wedding.
Okay.
We stay at, like, the fucking Hyatt Regency, this beautiful hotel.
Nice.
And driving up to Jersey the whole time, I'm like, fuck. I can't believe we're going back to New Jersey. I'm like, I can't turn left. Like,
oh yeah, I forgot about left turn.
Seriously, like no napkins.
Can't pump
in Jersey.
your own gas.
No pumping the gas. No napkins in New Jersey holds up until you get to the beautiful place of Princeton. I guess the New Jersey West is beautiful.
Okay.
Like sprawling green fields of green pastures. And
it's the Garden State, dude.
Bro, it's gorgeous, man. And downtown Princeton is fucking tight. We were going to all these cool places. So Lorenzo and I get checked in the hotel, get all dolled up, go to what's the dinner before the wedding?
The rehearsal dinner.
But it's like the party after the rehearsal dinner.
It's the rehearsal party.
Rehearsal party, yeah. So we go to that, dude. And we go to this place called the Nassau Inn, which is on Nassau Street in downtown Princeton. And it's like you know, James Madison and George Washington used to party there. Right. It's like they've partied there in places in Annapolis that are fucking kind of shitholes. Yeah. This place was to the nines,
Yeah.
gorgeous, and like a jazz band's playing the whole
Ah,
time.
nice. Setting the vibe.
Open bar, we're drinking, we're partying. I'm like, the Prince and Rips.
Open bar is the best part of the
Move,
story.
always. Your wedding was as well, and it was
Yeah.
fucking psychedelic.
Yeah,
we
I
got
know,
way
dude.
too
Open
fucked
bar
up.
is like the coolest thing in the world.
So, we're drinking there, having a good time. Leave that and go to a local bar called Ivy. Name of the bar is Ivy. We get in there.
Tight.
Dude at the front door is like $5 cover. And we're like, okay, whatever.
Fucking Jersey,
You know,
dude.
but
It's
we're-
just fucking Jersey shit.
That's my first thought. But I'm
Fucking
like,
mafia,
nah,
so they
whatever.
got their hands in everything.
And then
dude.
I hear it's like, well, girls get in for free. So I'm like, cool. So I pay for like Evan and I. I'm like,
You
okay,
should have
that's
been
good.
like, you're gonna sue my gender.
Yeah.
You should have showed him your mangina, dude.
Dude, check this
Yeah.
out, bro. And just
Just
fucking
like, I got a pee pee.
so we get in, and it's a dive bar,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely a gay bar as well as stuff.
That's so tight.
Because like, there's all these like, dude, but like, not, and I don't want to like stereotype gay dudes, but it's
Yeah.
like kind of like Jersey looking dudes. You know
Nice.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
Guidos.
No, just like sport, like they had sports playing on the
Oh, yeah.
TVs, and like dudes
Lot
in Eagles jersey, or not
A
Eagles.
lot of
what's it?
pompadours.
No, man, no. Like fucking, if you went to a Ravens game and just looked around at the clientele, it was like these dudes at this bar.
Okay.
So it's like just dudes.
It's like
It's like a bunch of Rons,
like just a bunch of gay Rons.
a bunch of gay Rons, dude. Just fucking like. And like Evan and I are dancing with our girls and shit,
Yeah.
and then all these dudes come up and start dancing with us, and so we're dancing
Nice.
with them back. But it's like a bunch of dudes in backwards hats,
Yeah.
with jerseys, like like sports jerseys on, and I'm like, Ev, what's going on? And he's like, I think this is a gay bar, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is a wild looking gay bar, but
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I did the worm, bro. I was like, there was a
Nice.
dance off, dude. Like we got after it. at
That's
this
cool,
spot,
man.
dude.
Did you guys? So how many like boys did you kiss on the mouth?
None, dude, because I
How
didn't.
many did Evan kiss? Don't lie to me.
I didn't
dude.
see.
I'm a little sus on that
I was in
boy.
the bathroom a lot.
Evan's been making out.
You know what I mean? I
man.
was in
I
the
know you,
bathroom a
Evan,
lot.
man. You've been banging boys.
I was in the bathroom, like talking to the mirror a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Analyze this.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, just yeah,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sure, yeah, making sure.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm in fucking Jersey, and it's actually tight. Like
That's,
I'm having a good
that's
time.
the only way Jersey is tight. Let's be fucking honest, dude. Like, if you didn't have to go in the bathroom and like stare at yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you weren't just like, you were just like enjoying a drink in Jersey. No one enjoys a drink in Jersey, dude.
Not at this spot.
No,
But they had $4
you don't just
Miller
enjoy
Lights.
it. You have to, no.
They had $4 Miller Lights, which I appreciate. So we get home. Everyone's kind of fucked up, obviously. Passed the fuck out. Wake up. I woke up early as shit the next morning because I wanted to go fishing, but I never bought a New Jersey fishing license, and I didn't want to deal with Jersey cotton. It was only $9, which I could have, but
you
I was
probably
like,
couldn't cast off your left hand.
yeah,
You know
no
what I
left
mean? Like,
casts, dude.
Just like no left cast, no left-handed bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, dude. Like, there would have been something wrong. They'd be like, "Oh, you can't catch the fish. If you catch a fish, you have to.
That's what I mean.
You
So I
have to
didn't
get
wanna-
in the water."
But like I'm saying, there were so many beautiful spots around us
Mhm.
to go fishing, and I got on that app, and I was like, "Oh, there's good fish around here."
you
but
brought
yeah.
your rod.
Yeah, oh yeah, and I forgot my dress shoes, and that was a big point of contention between Lorenza and I. She was like, "Well, your priorities, you brought your fucking fishing tackle, and I didn't have my dress shoes." I felt like a dangus. My boy Taylor came through the dress shoes because he came up that day. I hit him up, was like, "Bro, big favor, need to call in, go to the crib, grab my fucking boots. I'll see you in Jersey." And he came through, so it was
What a
tight.
bird! Yeah, what a dude.
What a
Taylor
dude.
Riffs,
Taylor
dude.
Riffs.
I fucking love that dude. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a
Well,
while.
so, I wait for Evan to get up because his girlfriend's in the wedding party.
Okay.
So he's just like a free agent the whole day. So
70 Evan, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I love that boy.
So he comes up to our hotel room. We make plans to go to downtown Princeton. Now, that's when we go downtown. We're walking around. We go to Princeton University campus. And this place, I get it now. I understand why Princeton is
An Ivy League.
So we did research as to what constitutes a Ivy League school. It needs to be private. It has like I forget the terms. Oh shit, you're spilling.
Does it have to have ivy on it?
Well, so it did. Like this one building was covered in ivy, and each panel represented a different class.
That's some Illuminati shit.
That's what I mean. But also, an Ivy League school has to be located in the northeast of the United States.
Huh.
So Princeton, I believe, or no, Stanford is not an Ivy League school.
Because
Whatever the California one is.
Yeah. I think it's Stanford.
Yeah, because Princeton's an Ivy League school, and that's in
Jersey.
this side.
That's where you were just at.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is where we were just at, bro. You know what I'm saying, dude? Well, so that brings me to my next
Left
point.
my brain, Jersey, boys.
Yeah. So no, man. So we're hanging out. So yeah, Stanford, bro. Not the one we were at, dude.
Yeah.
No, but so like on campus, there's all these wild sculptures everywhere, and there's a ring of all the zodiac heads on pikes, and there's another one of a dude stabbing a dude, and I was like, it is some straight skull and bones,
Dude,
Illuminati,
yeah.
secret society shit, and I was like, we shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
And there's a church on campus, and we walked into it, and Princeton's known for its Gothic architecture, so it probably looked just like Spain, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
And we walk into this cathedral, and this organ music is just blasting, and it sounded so sick with all the reverb, the natural reverb ricocheting off of all the
Churches were built around the sound of
absolutely
piano back in the day.
and
They still are, but
there's
not really.
like
Sorry.
Catholic, like
Yeah.
cool religions.
Yeah.
Not saying any religion's cool, but like the old religion.
Yeah.
You go to a Baptist church, it's basically a rancher.
Yeah.
And
Or it used to be a giant food or something.
Yeah, yeah, it's
in
like a Taco
parking lot.
Bell. Yeah, it's a strip mall. But so this organ's blasting, and I was like, oh, sick. For whatever reason, the moment that we're here is the time that the organ player is like just playing for us.
Just ripping.
So Evan and I were walking around this church inside, and it's quiet. You know how quiet churches are. And you're like, you don't want to make a sound. And there's stained glass the size of the fucking Eiffel Tower. It's huge. And we get to the front, and it's some dude, a sound guy, with like playback, just pumping organ music.
Oh, it's just, he's just
I was
like testing the speaker.
man,
It's
but it
not him
sounded
random.
sick. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it's what
yeah.
it's supposed to sound like. It wasn't like live organ playing. We'd go to like some restaurant, get some fucking food. I didn't get any napkins. Lorenzo and Evan did. So I hit you. I was like, it holds true. No
I
napkins in
told
Jersey.
you, man, dude.
But it was
Don't.
weird. 'Cause so Evan asks the bartender, he was like, "What do we do? We're out of town. Like, if we really want to see Princeton, how do we see it?" And this bartender, she was an Asian girl, and all of a sudden she started talking to us with the craziest Jersey accent that I've ever heard in my life, where it would come in and out. So the three of us all keep looking at each other awkwardly while she's talking to us, because it would come in and out. She was like, "Well, you go over to Jersey," you know, they just randomly. And so when she left, Evan was like, "Is something wrong with her?" I was like, "Bro, I think that's just her fucking weird Jersey accent that she's like putting on." Like, I don't know. It was
Maybe
strange.
she was just like, yeah, welcome to Jersey.
Yeah, welcome to Jersey. I'm in fucking Jersey.
Yeah, this is how you experience Jersey. You know what I mean? That's cool.
So, we go back to the hotel. We all start getting dolled up for this wedding. Now we go to the ceremony.
Yeah.
The actual when they
Right.
exchange vows.
Right.
And it's at this place called the Grounds for Sculpture. We take this big party bus there. Everyone's good fucked up. We're having a good time. Now the Grounds for Sculpture is one of the most psychedelic places I've ever been in the United States. It's just like, imagine the most beautiful zoo that you've been to with no animals, but all the animals have been replaced with gigantic handmade sculptures from like world-renowned artists. I'm talking like live art pieces that you can go up and touch and fucking walk around and be like, what the fuck is going on?
I can be like, it's not that tight.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It was fucking absolutely gorgeous, dude.
Yeah.
So we'd sit down. The wedding happens. It's absolutely gorgeous. You see like some of her best friends, you just like your wedding, just like everyone's
Just seeing
crying,
love.
just seeing love. Now the after party or the dinner, the wedding dinner,
The cocktail hour. It goes like this.
I forget the terms.
You
man.
go rehearsal dinner,
Mhm.
party
Mhm.
afterwards. Then you wake up and then you can do the ceremony.
Yeah.
And then you go to like a cocktail hour, dinner hour.
Yeah.
You eat. And then the reception starts.
Yes.
Sometimes it's in 2 different places. Sometimes it's all in one spot.
Okay, so we go to the cocktail hour / where the dinner is. It's at this restaurant called Rats.
Tight.
Rats Restaurant. This place is even more psychedelic than the Grounds for Sculpture. It's got a gigantic koi pond with huge koi in it just swimming around. Sculptures in the koi pond that are like gigantic. It looks like a Japanese dojo that we're at. And I'm in New Jersey, dude. What the fuck? I'm still mind blown that I'm in New Jersey, man. I'm like, what is happening?
Beautiful.
Oh, it's just absolutely mind boggling. And there's all of these there's still sculptures here.
Yeah.
But all around it's kind of lifelike sculptures of, if you could imagine, like a 1930s party happening. So
that's trippy.
every time you turn a corner, imagine like 5 tables with 45 people all at it. But they're all sculptures, but they're all in some sort of animated motion.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're not privy to this,
it was like Pompeii. Like these people were like, maybe that's what happened.
People
were partying and they just put plaster.
I kept
on
saying
it.
if we party here too long, dude, we're gonna end up with these guys,
Yeah,
dude. And there's like there was this psychedelic shower scene of this naked woman taking a shower out of nowhere.
Tits out.
Tits out. I checked it. It was anatomically correct, dude. It had a clit. It had a vulva. It had everything else that makes a vagina. There was towels, like, and when I came across this corner, I straight up went, "Whoa, sorry!" Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that's about the moment that my boy grabbed me and he was like, "You want some mushrooms?" And I was like, "Absolutely, bro,
Dude, that's tight.
So we got the DC mushroom chocolates. So, and I was reading the back of it because he was like, "This is how you want to dose." It was like 1 piece to 3 was like a microdose. 4 to 7 was like something else, and then the way it was described was like 8 to 10 was God mode. Now there wasn't enough to go God mode. I didn't want to go God mode, so I just took a little piece. Just
You're in Jersey, you don't go God mode
I'm in Jersey. I'm at a friend's wedding. I don't want to like lose control, but I want to. I was like, this place is trippy enough that I want to fucking kind of trip out. So I eat a little bit, and like we sit down at dinner, we fucking have a tremendous meal. We go to the reception.
Yeah.
The party.
Is that where you like dance and all?
They have their first dance.
Yeah.
Tremendous speeches were given. It was just and this wedding had a live band.
Yeah.
Bro, rippers.
Tight.
Dude, just absolute rippers. Have a fucking tremendous time. Get on another bus. I'm like, I'm kind of coming up.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this place is fucking tight. We get back to the hotel. Now there's an after party in a conference room at the hotel. So we all like kind of get into this conference room, all partying, and then that's when another boy of mine was like, "Oh, I have more of those mushroom chocolates. They're in my room. Take as many as you want." So that's Lorenzo and I go up to the room, and then I break off 3 pieces of this chocolate, 2 or 3, whatever. Take it, go back in this conference room, and then all of a sudden everything hits me at once, and I'm tripping balls in a conference room in New Jersey in a suit. And I was like, oh, dude, like, like things expanding.
Yeah.
And like this conference room turned into what might as well have been a casino. It was that, like, you know what I mean?
I'm at the casino.
Yeah, I was for fucking like, I was like,
definitely gonna hit the casino.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's happening, bud. Oh my God. And Lorenzo was dancing around with a pack of napkins. No shit. And my boy Scott, who got married, he comes in and she started, like, a Spanish song came on the playlist that was playing, and she had all these napkins and started doing this wild fucking, like, what looked like some sort of native mating ritual dance around the newlywed with all these napkins. And I was like, there's so many napkins in Jersey, dude.
She found them.
Yeah, dude.
It took some mushrooms to find napkins.
Exactly. To find napkins in Jersey, you just got to trip your fucking balls off of your boy's wedding.
You got to go to a hotel and trip.
But no, so Princeton, big Princeton guy. It has changed my... I hit you up. I was like, New Jersey Riffs, and you were like, I'm not hearing that, dude.
I don't want to hear anything about Jersey.
I don't subscribe to that, bro.
I'll tell you something about Jersey, dude. I don't like it. I don't give a shit
I'll take you to
about
Princeton.
Princeton.
We'll just make a road trip, the two of us, to Princeton.
We'll drive to Princeton.
We'll go to the campus and eat mushrooms and sit there all day long while people are going to school, and just because you can just chill, dude. I'm telling, there's seats set up randomly, and
For
it's
tripping.
like, dude, some of these. So there's chairs right in the middle of fields, in the perfect spot where the sun was shining just right on it, and I was like, I bet you if I sat down in that chair, I'd have the most profound thoughts of my entire life. Didn't sit down, just kept walking.
Oh yeah, because you're like, yeah, I'm with
Well, because
people.
we're down there.
People that are brainiacs around town.
That's what.
All right. So how about this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this trip even better. We're gonna go fishing for the first time together in Princeton, New Jersey.
Dude.
We trip. We're
Yeah.
big Princeton fishers. You know what I mean? Like no one goes
It's
to
only
Princeton to fish. Dude.
It's only $9 for a 2-day
Dude,
license.
I'll you know what? My treat. I'll do
Thanks,
18,
bro.
$18.
I got the hotel. I need to drop $400.
Yeah, my treat. No, dude, we can. No, man.
Day trip?
Market research. I can write that.
We
shit
could do
off.
it. It took 3 hours to get there. The only time we've ever driven to Jersey, it's been like an hour. You got to get through the
when
shit.
we went to Tom's River, it took us like 2.5 hours.
The fuck is Tom's River?
When we got the CD player thing.
Oh, shit from Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was not tight.
No,
We went to-
it was tight because that was the first time I ever had White Castle.
Oh,
and it was,
that's right. But we
to
took
be completely honest with you, sorry, White Castle is legit.
Oh, I love White Castle.
Did you go?
No, dude.
You didn't think about it. See,
We all
this is
made
what happens.
no.
when you
We
know
all
me.
made plans to go on the Sunday that we were leaving. Everyone woke up so
Too
hungover.
hungover. Yeah. Don't
And they had to
make
drive
plans
3
for a
hours
Sunday.
home. Yeah,
Do
dude.
not make plans for a Sunday.
I
After
mean,
a
I would have been
wedding,
down,
dude.
but no one else.
The only thing you can do is like maybe make it to brunch, and you know what happens. That's how it is. Like everyone's
That's
like
a scraggly
beat.
brunch, bro.
It's scraggly. It needs help with a little bit of the white stuff. Like, and I'm talking frosting.
Yeah.
If you guys, if it happens, there's got to be one person that's like the trooper, and they have to rally the rest of the troops
Yeah.
there.
But
Like,
to
you
be that
gotta be-
person, you
you
got to
have
be a certain guy because
Yeah.
then you're bothering everyone when they're hungover,
Yeah.
and you got to be okay
You
with
gotta be
people being
cool.
like, "Dude, fuck off."
You can't be like if it's like a dude like Bruce, let's be honest, and he's like getting drunk and he's like, you're not gonna follow him. But if you or like Taylor or Evan, we're like, we're gonna get drunk today, boys, and you're like, I can't. He's like, no, you didn't. You actually didn't hear me. We're
Yeah.
gonna get drunk today.
Good at peer
boys."
pressure.
And then you're like, I guess we're getting drunk today.
Yeah.
boys." And then it's even better. But that's the only thing you can plan and do and execute the Sunday after a weekend wedding.
I'm telling you that 3-hour drive home was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life.
Dude, you
So after tripping on mushrooms
Yeah.
and drinking a lot.
Well, that's what happened when we went to the bachelor party in Shenandoah.
yeah.
That drive home after that night, because
Oh,
we
it
went
was
hard all
difficult.
weekend. Me and you
All
did
weekend,
all
yeah.
kinds of stuff. And that drive home,
That's
was
right.
like-
You did the drive.
I drove.
Yeah.
It was like that. I know what you went through.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, it's like everything's out of you.
Well, I ran into one of my boys in the parking lot, and I was
Like
like,
leaving.
yeah, the dude that gave me the rest of the
Yeah.
shroom chocolates, and I was like, bro, dude, good. And he was like, my girl's driving me home, and I was like, it's good. Lucky.
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, Lorenzo can drive you. I was like, no,
No. Yeah.
So
No.
and he just goes, oh.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like, I
Because
know what's
everyone
ahead of you,
knows
my
it,
boy.
man.
Oh, we stopped at a Wawa for like 45 minutes. I just had to sit there and
You
just
had to, like,
kind of stare at the
Collect
wall.
your thoughts.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, dude, I'm with you, man. Like that's a lot. I got you. Like that sucks. That after like all that fun shit, just like
I
dreading-
almost had a panic attack because there was like, you know, when you're driving through Pennsylvania, there's insane billboards. That
Yeah.
just say wild shit.
Yeah, like a lot of Jesus shit. Like, why Jesus touches kids?
But that, and then other ones that say like "fuck Steven Singer," and you're
Yeah.
like, "What is wrong with that?"
Looking
and it's
it
like a
up.
jewel. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm like, look,
Yeah.
Google that one. But there was this one. It was a law firm. It was called like Kikamo, and Huda Digitamamano or something crazy, and it had the way to pronounce it on that. And we laughed about it, but then like fucking maybe 45 minutes, an hour later, Lorenzo just said that out loud. So it sounded like she was speaking gibberish, but I thought she was talking to me. So I'm driving, and I'm like, I've lost it. And I was like, what did...
I tipped over, and I'm spilling.
Dude, 100%. And I went, what did you say? And she was like...
Just out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. And I was like... And I had that moment of, like, pure panic. And I was like, what the fuck did you say? And she was like, Kikamo. And I was like, oh, the billboard. Thank God. I was like, I thought that I had just driving, like barreling ass, lost touch of reality. I was like
tripping again.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's coming back, dude. It's coming back on me, bud.
That's no fun, man.
So weddings in Jersey rip, dude. Prince and rips,
So
dude.
how did you guys go for the whole weekend? We gone?
Yeah, we got there Friday and came back Sunday.
Nice.
It was fucking gorgeous.
It's a long one too. Weddings. That's a long one. That's a lot.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to go fishing in Princeton. We should totally do that.
Some of these spots that I drove by, I almost like pulled because Evan put me on a task that Saturday morning. We had to go to a Taco Bell to get gift cards because Scott, the groom, he'd set up all these Easter eggs throughout the wedding. So hungover as shit, driving through Princeton, New Jersey at like 10 a.m. on that Saturday morning to a Taco Bell. I'm just like peeking out so many tremendous fishing spots.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, I need to pull over and just fish. Like, I think they were hungover enough just to be like, dude, that's cool. Didn't do it, but I'm down, dude.
I'm down, dude. Like, we should just do it. We'll just do it. We'll go for like a weekend.
It's easy. I would love to go, dude. I'm telling you, some of the spots were fishy, my boy. Thank you.
I mean, like, I'll pony up and we'll go. But I'm using live bait, dude. I'm buying bloodworms.
No. I'm a live bait boy offshore because
Yeah.
it's like a trek and you're pretty much guaranteed to catch giant fish if you use live bait. But bank fishing and like in a creek,
You want to use a lure?
it's just more fun for me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because you're like every minute you're doing something. Bait for certain fish, for sure. If we're going after like pike or like snakeheads, yeah, we'll get some minnows.
Yeah.
Bloodworms, you'll catch sunnies and perch, which sure that's fun, but it's more fun on a lure. You're not catching
Because
much.
you're constantly reeling it in, and
Yeah,
like,
you're just you're like looking out spot. You're constantly looking for where fish are like jumping the water. You're like testing the wind, you know, like doing the finger thing. You're fucking getting
really
stuck
going
in
for it.
trees and shit, and you're like, God
Dude.
damn it! And you got to spend 12 minutes getting out of a tree. Dude.
Oh, dude. So during the pandemic, Dustin and I, like, we got like on a fishing tip. We were on a fishing tip.
You went ice fishing. I've never done that.
That's tight. It's so
I think
hard.
I got skunked, but like it's.
I got skunked, but it was so tight.
Yeah,
to
to
do,
be out
man.
on ice
Just-
all
just
day.
drinking Vladimir vodka and
Yeah.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
We were making 50-50s on the ice, and just sitting there freezing our ass off. But it was tight. We were just getting drunk. It was tight. But like going fishing and drinking a beer while fishing is so tight.
Every time I go to a pier, I bring like 2 beers with me, and I'm just like,
you don't need to get shit hammered. Like just a couple beers.
you got to be like, it's a sport, bro. It's like
Yeah.
getting drunk playing football. You can't do it.
No, it's not
Fishing's
fun.
like football, dude.
No, it's not. Fishing is nothing like football.
It's more intense. You're catching a life, and you have the choice to either eat it or release it.
Dude, and here's the thing about me. I play for keeps, bro.
No, bro.
I do, dude. I'm not catching and releasing
Yes,
fish.
you are. If you're coming
I'm
with me,
keeping illegal fish, too. I don't give a fuck, dude.
if you're fishing with me
I'm
and we're
eating
not fucking 60 miles offshore, we are releasing every single fish we catch, unless
Coward.
it's a fucking monster rockfish. No,
Word.
no, because you're not. What are you gonna do with like 12 perch?
Fish fry, baby.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, I know
dude.
they're good eating, and there's no moratorium. Like you can catch literally as many perch as you want.
Yeah, 'cause
But
they're
then
a
when you
nuisance.
go, they're native. Now, if we go snakehead fishing, and we actually catch a snakehead,
We're killing it.
we're 100% eating that son of a bitch.
Are they good?
Supposedly,
Whatever, man. Spanish.
tremendous eating. They are invasive, and it's illegal to carry them live. It's illegal to transport them while they're alive.
So if you have to kill them.
You have to kill a snakehead. They're very mean, they fight like hell. They're big, dude. They're very they're big.
They don't look like from this earth.
They can survive outside of water for a decent amount of time and almost walk. They're basically going to be humans if we let them live around long enough.
Yeah.
And the first spot that they appeared in Maryland was Crofton. Somebody released 2 into a pond so that they could fish for them, and now they're everywhere because they protect their young.
Yeah,
like most fish,
like
the female will go lay her eggs, male will come spray sperm all over them and then die. Snakeheads, they like do the same thing, but they don't die and they protect their eggs. So they'll like wait until they are born and then raise them, dude. So like they don't leave and they can literally walk on land. They don't have legs, but they can like if there's like a they're in a pond or a bank.
They want to get to the other side.
And they want to get to the other side and there's a short plot of land between it. They'll straight up just go and just kind of flop to the other side and then to spawn there. And so that's why two were released in a Crofton pond, and now we have like a fucking epidemic of snakehead, which they're great fishing and they're great eating. So, but they do eat all the native species.
They're not from.
Yeah, they're not from there.
They're like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like they're Asian, right? They're Asian fish.
I have no clue.
And I think it was like because I remember when the fucking snakehead like fucking scare was a thing, like on the news, where like the local news, like everyone's like snakeheads in Crofton. We're like, what the fuck is a snakehead? And then like, and why is it in Crofton? And then like why, what's going on there? And then like it was like the whole thing. And I remember like us swimming in the waters and like my grandfather would be like, there's snakeheads in there, you gotta watch out. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, are they gonna bite me? Like whatever, I don't know. But like I remember it was
so they resemble bonefish from Texas. And apparently a bunch of people in Texas, when they catch a bonefish, they'll kill them thinking they're snakeheads. They're not.
Okay.
And like they're not as good eating. Like they are a native species to Texas. It's kind of a dagger. They look like pike with like a crazy dorsal fin that goes all the way back.
Okay.
And they're like leopard spotted.
That's tight.
Yeah, and they're big, dude. You're
talking about bonefish?
No,
or
snakeheads.
Okay.
Snakeheads. Bonefish look like that without the leopard spots, a shorter dorsal fin, and they're like silver.
Okay.
Yeah, snakeheads are like, they look like leopards.
They're tight.
Dude, they're really cool looking fish.
Let's get a couple.
I want to catch one so bad because like you'll fight that.
Let's go to Crofton.
Oh, dude, we can go to Forked Creek, bro. They're all over. Like they're just all over.
I want to catch a snakehead.
I would love to. So they eat live minnows. Apparently, it's hard to catch on lures and shit, but that's why I'd get like a minnow type, like a swim bait, and go after them. But I'm down to like target snakehead with a bucket of fucking minnows, a kayak, which I have a kayak, the Anglo-Saxon 0.5.
That's tight.
And that's what I'm naming. I've had it since I was like 6. It's my parents. We'd have to go to Belvedere to get it, whatever. But I'm down to target snakeheads, bro.
All right, man.
Dude, that would be a fucking fishing experience.
Let's go. Like I'm like legitimately down. Okay, so you do know that like fishing, you got to get up early. You've never gone fishing properly. I feel like you're going fishing at like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, when I get off work, I went fishing. Okay, fuck you. First of all, when we went offshore, we left the dock at 2:45 a.m., bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
That's what time I want to be on the lake.
No, dude, we don't need to do that for like perch, snakehead, striper, and pickerel. Like they're out all day, dude.
Or the bird gets warm, baby.
You're right, bro. And that my app tells me what time the fish are biting. If they're not biting at 6 a.m., they're biting at 3. We're going at fucking 3.
Well, that means I'm
We're going at 3. I'm
drinking from 6 to 3.
Yeah, you're so wasted.
And being fucking hammered and just smacking fucking snakeheads in the head with fucking rocks.
What?
I'll kill a snakehead in front of you, dude. With my bare hands.
Yeah, you got to do it humanely.
Yeah.
You just hit it on the head with a stick. Like a heavy stick, not like a fucking...
Heavy sticks is tight.
Heavy sticks.
All right, well, I'll just kill it with like a fucking 2x4. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like...
Well, we got to kill it right away because if we get caught with it...
Alive?
So it's illegal to transport it while it's alive. Because they don't want people, even though they
to put it somewhere else?
Yeah, even though they do it naturally at this point. I mean, it makes sense.
I understand why they don't want you to take it, because if it gets out of your hands and it goes into another fucking lake and just wreaks havoc on people, then it's fucked.
The only fish ever will be snakehead.
Yeah, but that's fine. I don't care, dude.
I wish it had a different name, because it's such good eating that I feel like restaurants would be more prone to putting it on a menu and serving it if it wasn't called snakehead. Like branzino sounds beautiful. Have you ever seen what a branzino looks like?
I eaten it many a time. Oh, it's a whole fish.
No, but I mean like before it's filleted and like served to you. They're fucking ugly fish, but they have a beautiful name. Yeah. So if snakehead, if we can kind of, dude, this is our goal.
Why called dank fish?
What?
Dank fish.
They're saying this.
Dank fish?
Yeah, that's gross.
It sounds dank. I'll eat it.
I don't like it.
What about pangus?
Let us know in the comments. Dank fish tight.
What about okay, dank fish is tight. How about this? We'll call them Nancy's.
No, man, we need to rebrand. It needs to be a beautiful name like Branzino. We need to rebrand.
Nancy's a great name.
We need to rebrand the snake.
Branzino. We could call them like Slytherins.
No, man. No snake related. People don't want to eat snakes.
Well, then just call them like.
We're not going to come up with it right now. It's harder than you think. And you're a good man with names. Dude, renaming a fish is for the scientists, bro.
Well, I have an associate's degree in the art of science, so I'm a man of the cloth, dude.
You're right.
All right. I'm a man of the hypothesis,
so
dude. I'm a hypothesis, motherfucking educated guess, motherfucker.
Our associate's degrees combined equals bachelor degree. So we should be able to come up with a name for a fish, dude.
You can't name it something tight. Snakehead is tight. Like if you just call it what's
but
Spanish
it's not
for snake,
marketable,
dude?
Bro. I don't know.
Lorenzo, where the fuck you at?
Yeah. That episode, by the way, has been doing so much better than every other one.
We had tits on the cast,
I know,
dude.
Cast is tight, dude. That shit geeked me out.
We talked about like femcore. It was tight, man.
And speaking of that, this is the second podcast in a row that we're not going to jam.
So it's a lot's going on, dude. It's pissing me off. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of bummed. Tom's got to get his shit together. He's catching COVID every other week. This kid's a walking petri dish.
Yeah, we jammed at Songbird in DC. Shout out to Songbird. That place was fucking ripping. And I came here for the first time in a couple weeks and no cymbals. But also, during that show, one of my power tubes exploded literally while we were about to start our set. During sound check, totally fine. During rehearsal, 3 hours prior to sound check that same day, totally fine. The minute we're about to start playing, bro, nothing.
Dude.
Now this will work with one power tube, so there was something going on with my pedals, because I immediately came back here, plugged it in with nothing, and like I turned it all the way up, and it doesn't sound the way it's supposed to.
Right.
That should be ripping your head off, but it will work. Like potentially we could have jammed if there were cymbals here. But I digress.
So, on that being said, I guess we're done with that shit, man.
Jamming?
Yeah, pissed me off,
Fuck
dude.
off. We're not done with jamming, dude.
No, here's the problem,
The
man.
next one is going to be such a ripper. I don't even want to hear it.
I know. I'm excited. But here's the thing, is it's probably going to be nearly like 3 weeks until I see you again, because guess what's going on next weekend?
What's that?
I don't know. I have to piss.
I have to piss so bad.
So, okay, let's plan this. Like, I think we should... man, you see what's going to happen? It's going to get too cold to piss. I mean, it's going to be too cold to fish.
No, that's good. Dude, winter fishing is fucking tremendous.
They're fat fish too, right?
Because they all come to the surface because that's where the sun's hitting.
Okay, let's go.
And, like, they're just out.
Let's go to Jersey
and
and
they're
fish.
fucking... I think the spawning season's in the spring, but, like, they're getting ready to fuck.
They got to get ready to fuck to practice. And the bait.
We can catch monster pickerel in the fall to winter. So every time I catch these perch, I've been going after pickerel, man. They're hard to catch on lures. And I'm a lure fisherman, dude.
Well, you know what? We're going to put our test. You're going lure. I'm going live.
You're going to catch so many more fish than me.
Yeah, because I'm more intelligent than you,
but I'm
dude.
gonna catch a fucking monster.
No, dude. I'm
Yeah.
catching a hog.
No,
and
you're not,
my
dude.
fish is going to eat your
way,
fish, dude.
bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Your
this is a fish cast now. Speaking of
Also,
fishing,
turn it-
dude, I'm putting it out there, bro. I'm starting a YouTube channel where I'm going fishing, dude. I'm taking over fishing YouTube. English Saxon, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm holding myself to it. I just spent $200 on that fucking logo.
Nuh-uh.
I hit that boy up and I was like, hey man, I'm starting a YouTube channel called English Saxon. Can I have this logo? And he was like, oh yeah, I mean I would tattoo it for 200. So can like you do 200? I went, put some fucking text on it, and you got yourself a deal, my boy.
Fuck yeah, dude. You bought it. That's tight.
So like I own the rights to that, and as an angler chasing after a fucking skull, it's fucking sick. So I'm hitting the what's it
Open
called?
seas.
No, what's it called when you like come up with an idea and you patent? I'm hitting the patent office hard, bro. So anyone trying to take that from
TM
me,
that shit.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You got
I'm
to
gonna kill
trademark
you.
that, John.
Yeah.
I'll
it's
tell your
happening.
pets.
After that DC show, I did a bunch of poppers for the first time.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what? It would have made more sense if you were in that gay bar in Jersey and did poppers, but you were in Songbird with.
No, I was at
Hank.
I wasn't even at the venue anymore. We went to an after party where it was just these two cats, Hank, Lorenza, and I. And they were like, "You guys want poppers?" And I was like, "Oh, we all are." I was like, "Oh, we're not in the swinging, man." Like,
Yeah.
that was my thought.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, they're not. We're not trying to fuck you. We're just trying to have fun."
Yeah.
So we're doing the like poppers are wild. So I don't know if you know anything about them.
No, I don't.
Okay, so neither did I. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, yeah, I'll try it. Like, I want to see what it's like,
Yeah.
right? So it's a vial
Mm-hmm.
of, like, a liquid. And it has a scorpion. This particular one had a scorpion on it. It looked
Right.
like you buy it at, like, Ocean
Gas
City
station.
Boardwalk or a gas station. And I was like, well, what happened? They were like, dude, it's like diet nitrous.
Oh,
And I'm like,
tight.
"Oh, okay. So and I was like, do I drink it? They're like, no. We don't need that happening
Oh,
again.
shit.
You know what I mean? So they're like, you just open it and you just take like a deep inhale of it, right? It's an inhalant, pretty much. So I do that. It smells fucking wild. And I was like, whoa. And like, you get this warmth in your chest and it travels down your butthole and you just feel fucking open, dude. You just feel like that. I see why it's a gay drug. It's not a sex drug, it's a gay drug. No, you're not pissing yet. Because I know you do. No, put the headphones back. We're finishing the podcast right now. I'm not going on a tangent. It's going to be very quick. Fucking put those goddamn headphones on.
dude.
Pinch your legs, you fucking man.
I'm trying to piss, dude.
You look so
Oh,
funny right now with pinch test
I
legs.
gotta piss.
I know, so do I. So it's gonna be really quick, man. So Hank's like, bro, I just took the best shit of my life in this apartment. And I was like, stop shitting in this apartment. So after like an hour of doing these things, man, the person that is provided them for us was like, hey, no judgment. I'm gonna tell you what these what poppers actually are. It's VHS cleaner. And I was like, okay, I'm done doing these. I was like, oh, so like people sell VHS poppers as VHS cleaner, and you apparently inhale them and get high off them. So
It's just.
I definitely killed some of the last brain cells I have, and I'm going sober, and I'm just fishing and drinking
Cheers
beer
to
now.
being sober.
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm fishing and drinking beer now. No more poppers. Put that on my tombstone. Dude.
No more poppers. Only jalapeno poppers.
Yeah. Only fried ones with cheese instead.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Heavy Riffs Podcast, best podcast on the internet. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. We appreciate all 36 of you guys that watch this.
Yeah,
Love
thank
you.
you guys. I know. We love you. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.